All right, we'll do this again, and I'm going to do away with the intro. Hi, I'm from a country, and apologize for my poor English in advance. And I also say sorry for the amount of text for cultural differences. I have to add some more information in detail. Please keep my name anonymous. I like to receive your answer by YouTube. And please don't mention my nationality in your title or thumbnail. Okay, then don't tell me where you're from. You are younger 30s male, and I have done most of things you say don't or not to. I spent my 20s to become an actor. I spent my early 20s for studying English and literature degree in some stupid university. You did your mandatory service for your military, and then I transferred to university to major in film. I spent 6 years in two universities, except takeoff time years, and average tuition was $3,300 per semester. So 12 times 3, 4, you're around $50,000. On my calculation, I've spent about $10,000 total for the diploma. Did you adjust for the currency? I received tons of scholarships. Oh, you got scholarships. Okay, by studying crazy hard and getting good grades and sucking professors' ass so hard. Because I believe that the cost didn't deserve that much for the quality of education provided by them. Sadly, the second one that I majored, film, was one of the top 3 art colleges here. Well, why is that sadly? You mean fortunately? Because that's not a bad thing if it's the top 3 art colleges. I have no student loan. I had no choice. In my home country, if you don't have any degree or graduate from a low name value university, life gets hard. I got only 1 degree, film, because I hated the first university, which was low name value. In short, I helped several professors who fight against the corruption of the owner of the university. I was a student journalist back then. Man, you're avoiding all real jobs, aren't you? I was threatened to be expelled for writing articles and granting interview from national TV news. The whole experience turned me into an SJW, into a Machiavellian enough. I'm impressed you know that word. That's very impressive. I began to hate common people, students, professors, staffs by doing the right thing. They were liars and cowards pretending to be good. Anyway, I graduated second university at 29 and got a job for video editing for 2 years. It doesn't matter what it paid. It didn't pay that much. For about 2 years, I saved about $17,000, which consists of cash, US dollars, US bonds, real gold and silver, and a few Bitcoin. You have a few Bitcoin? I mean, a few means you would own several individual Bitcoins. Like a few means 3. So if you have 3 Bitcoins, you're doing very well. I think you mean some. Not to bore you. Your English is fine, by the way. It's very good. Where'd it go? Oh, here I am. I quit my job in 2021 to take class from an academy to become a 3D animator, making Disney Pixar things. I saw no point in staying in a video editing job using Premiere Pro. For me, even 7-year-olds can do that. It took a whole year of 2021, and I'm still on it. It costs about $417 per month to get a job as an animator. It seems to take 6 months more from now. I have earned about $3,000 so far by ad-free from a YouTube channel, including Western Red Pill contents to a particular group of people, young men. I introduced your book to several of my friends in this country, and they were, well, that's cool. I appreciate that. Well, if you make money on YouTube, why don't you do that? I mean, you don't have to go to college if you can make that. I mean, look, I can't believe the money I make on the internet. If you're making money on YouTube, keep doing it. I am living in my parents' house. There's no such thing called a basement in my country. Now, you know, I just don't have tornadoes. I have barely expense. All I got is communication charge for my smartphone, $16 a month. Public transportation is cheap, clean, and faster, so I don't need my own car. My parents lend me theirs when I need a car. They don't like driving. I have no interest in a fancy car. I had to become a minimalist to stay in acting. My parents run a small business. They own it. We don't need to say it, but they have a real business. It's a business. My parents are permissive and well-to-do, and that's how I could have wasted my 20s safe to become an actor or a filmmaker. I do chores, clean, cook, fix, and drive to shopping for meals for my family because I felt shame for myself. You should. Yeah, I know I'm a loser and did everything you've said never to do. Please don't blame my parents, for I'm the one headstrong in my 20s. Even you couldn't have helped me back then. All right, well, your parents didn't have to let you live with them. Homelessness and starvation makes people get into the real world real quick. That's all right. Want to fix my life. I don't want to give up. So my question is below. Is it wise now to become an animator, or should I learn my parents' business even now? The reason I want to become an animator is I believe someday I can work abroad, such as the United States and Canada. Notice you didn't say make money and earn a living and support myself. That's all right. Economy of my country is a bitch of the U.S. You mean a bitch compared to the U.S.? We don't have any oil, no large populations, thanks to feminism is declining rather quickly, natural resources or tourism. Our leading candidate, who is a Democrat, tax and spends crazily, strongly believing in universal income and feminism. About 40% of the population believes in him now. Our land is full of useless mountains. Self-sufficiency for food is low, and we got a friendly neighbors, which I can't mention, that are there's some risks involved in those neighbors. Based on our wealth is trade. It's global trade gone. The hell gate will open. You keep mentioning your home country. Talk about what the central bank is doing. And it's doing what all the other central banks are doing. Your president loves modern monetary theory. We need more money from Parliament. This is literally crazy. Can you believe it? Well, you're the one who doesn't work a real job and lives at home and constantly needs other people's money. So you and the president are the exact same. I fear that failing population, global warming, climate change, those aren't real. Don't worry about that. Even if it is real, what are you going to do about it? Stupid population will ruin our democracy and economy. You said I enjoy the decline, but I can't. For me, decline equals death. You don't have a choice. If your country's in that bad a shape, you will have to suffer. And you can either fight that, which makes your life worse, or you accept it and maneuver and pivot and invest accordingly. I mean, you have cryptocurrency, so you're somewhat hedged against your country's currency. And did you read Enjoy the Decline? I know it's not about your country, but there are some parallels there, some lessons to learn. After watching several videos of yours, I began to think of becoming a blue worker job at my parents' place. And then owning the factory is the real job for man you mentioned. It pays what you're making now, but it pays skilled workers twice that in 10 years. And lots of millennials at Gen Z think blue-collar jobs is for losers, so most workers come from immigrants. Skilled labor in my country is becoming rare and rare, and they are getting old. Right. Now, that's what's happening here in the United States. We all made fun of people who were tradesmen and blue-collar. We all made fun of our plumbers and our electricians and our truck drivers. Well, now they're desperate. People are desperate for those people because those are the people that actually keep the economy going. And somewhat similar you have with immigrants from one country coming in. We have Mexicans who come in, and they do most of the real work. Well, not most, but they do some of the real work because our native population is too lazy to do it. And we have all these overeducated college idiots with degrees in film who think that real work is beneath them, and they're living at home with their parents. So yes, that would be an improvement over what you have now. But if I choose this path, I can't leave this stupid country. And the fourth industrial revolution might kill manufacturing industry or killed by president and brainless left. Blah, 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 blah. On the other hand, the animator pays $1,800 per month at the beginning. The average wage of a skilled one 10 years is about $67,000 before tax. My country has a lower income tax than the United States. But in the era of crisis, not only for a 3D animator, Nazis kept Jew technician, not cartoon maker. No, probably not. And that makes me most anxious. Which way to choose? I am in my young 30s of Western cultures, but I feel anxious because we have an age culture. All right. I feel like I am on the edge of a cliff. If I make a choice now, I think there's no point of return. I got to know through Rollo's channel. I'm watching your content more these days. Well, I'm just a little bit better than Rollo. I'm glad. Thanks to my acting career, I've met lots of girls in my 20s. I have look and game. I gave up my acting career when I hit 30. Yeah, epiphany phase for me. I'm impressed with what words you capture. And epiphany phase, Machiavellian. That's very impressive. Now, my primary objective is money, long-term. All right. All right. It's very simple. Your entire life, you've avoided hard work. That's it. And where has it gotten you? It's gotten you more hard work. Now, if you had just majored in engineering or accounting and pursued the acting on the side, you would be doing less work and you would not be in the problem. And now you're saying, hey, should I continue to avoid hard work? And hopefully this time animation, which sounds fun, so I can travel. You on it, literally. I don't know what the girls are like in your country, but you sound like a spoiled suburbanite American princess. Well, should I model? Should I act? Should I help the dude? Be a real freaking man, get a real freaking job, and just start making money. Let's do that. You're worried about what your country's central bank is doing and this and that country's going to invade. We got immigrants over here. You live at home with your parents. Get a job. All right. I would pick up the blue collar job at your parents' place. I don't think your dad's going to let you run the place, though. You have absolutely no experience running anything. You can't even support yourself. You're not going to run a business. But maybe 20 years from now, after you start at ground zero as an entry-level blue-collar profession, and you work your way up, maybe you study some accounting, then you should be fine. But it's time to grow up. Stop being the typical starving artist, which is English for lazy person who doesn't want to work a real job. Put in your dues like all of the other colleagues you have done and earn yourself a living. No, you're not going to become an animator. Every idiot kid out here wants to become an animator. And unless you're a high-end computer science major, which you're not, I'm studying animation. Blah. Knock it off. And do what? You're going to come here to the United States and Canada and you're pretty good with the language. You're not good enough to work. Not at a high level. No, they hire computer science majors with years of experience. And what? Every other kid is trying to get into that. I'm going to be an animator. I want to try cartoons. No, you're going to waste your time. You're going to be poor, and then you'll be 40. Do I work the blue-collar job or what? Stop being a starving artist. Get a real job. Grow up. Grow a pair of balls. Become a man. And I mean, and then I'm not saying don't pursue acting. Hell, I think your YouTube, if you already made $3,000 on YouTube, I'd go do that. That's your side thing. Go do that. Stop going to freaking school. Stop wasting your time and money in school or your parents' money. Get a job, work the job. Hell, you speak English. You could hit a much larger market than your native language if you wanted to. If you watch Jack Napier, he's become perfectly fluent in English, even though he's Dutch. Doing podcasting and everything like that. So I'm all for you. You must have something to make $3,000. There must be some entertainment value what you do online. Do that on the side, but knock it off with art, music, therapy. Ugh. I mean, leave that for the pretty girls, okay? That's what they do, and you're not a pretty girl. So there you go. All right. Any super chats? No super chats. All right. Questions, answers, AstroConsulting.com. I hope you become very popular in your country. Thank you for sharing with your friends. Just share my books before you share Rollo's. We got to do that. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.